to afford all this inventory.
You thought our place was good. There's a better place down in Howe.
Yeah, it really was.
There's a better place down in Freehold.
Yeah, it really was.
You guys hiring? Just keep going straight.
But I could never really ask for discounts there because they were kind of surly. They weren't real friendly, and I didn't really get to know them like I did at Venture Planet. But we're on our way now to the record store, or what was once the record store.
Suncoast is still here. Every one of those comic book places are no longer in business.
They're all gone. Where did all the time go? How did everything change? And I didn't even notice it really until today.
Now just think about what you just said, because you said that all these other stores had pretty good inventory and everything else, yet here they are. They're not here anymore. So you had all these different toys and stuff, and you were still not able to stay viable over the years. But then again, you don't know what the rent was, how much they're paying. I mean, he didn't have any employees, Mark, I think, other than so poor old man not getting paid anything.
Don't say that.
You know,
I would like to think he had a room in the house. They lived together. It was like Sanford and Son.
Oh yeah, you saw how that went. Yeah, slips him. It's like, here's your pay for the day. Gives him a fucking insure.
It is bittersweet though, this trip today, because it just hammers home that like nothing remains.
Yeah, but we haven't done this in God knows. I don't even remember the last time what year it could have possibly been that we actually just like took a toy, went out on the road and looked for stuff. Don't forget, it wasn't toys. You were looking for comics too, though.
Yeah, we would look for anything: trade paperbacks, comics, wall books, comics to complete sets. I was on the make, man. I was a fucking Terminator. I was like, I could scan a store and fucking see if there was anything that I could resell.
I was going to comics.
If I could resell it for $1, I'd be like, I'll buy it. I'll take it. That's how it was. I was like, I didn't need the big score. I was happy with a ton of little scores.
Just to make sets, make some books for sets. Yeah, it was actually an art form. It was actually work. I mean, just actually.
It was fun work.
Yeah.
It really wasn't work. It was work, but at the end of the day, it was fun. It was like imagine that. It would just sit back and just realize, and appreciate, like, holy shit, what my work today was driving out with you, looking for cool shit, going to cool places,
eating shitty steak,
going to Denny's, and I got paid for it. And I didn't take it for granted. Even at that time, I was like, this is fucking dope. This is a great job.
Well, it's still related. I mean, you're still going out looking for stuff for that, making sets or whatever, or buying trades. Right. I remember there's trades, if you bought a trade and it sold like within the first, like, fuck, should have made it higher. Yeah. Should have made it higher. Fucking sold too quick. What's it going for? But at that time, again, you couldn't just go on eBay or whatever and look and see what that actual, what the cost of these things were. Once the internet came out and you were able to, like, that's how much that's going for? You would start to see like what true market value is for this stuff.
Yeah,
We've been through it all. A lot of history.
A lot happens, and you know what? I mean, you think a lot happens, but you don't even realize it happens. Though you don't even take notice of it. You don't realize that everything's gone until one day you go, "Holy shit! It's all gone."
I'm in ICU.
Yeah, 35 Broad Street. It is strange how significant it became and how important it was. I mean, obviously, because I worked there, it was important, but all the relationships that spawned out of that place, all the great memories, regardless of how it ended for me, it can never take away how amazing it was. How fun it was, and how I remember that first time that I walked in there, it looked like a mini, like, Warner Brothers store, the way that Kevin
well, it did up in the front with the film reel.
Yeah.
That was very Warner Brothers with all the, remember, I think, what comic store were you? What was like one of the, it was all Spider-Man, Black Cat. It was like Black Cat.
Yeah.
It was all, remember how he had that in the Toy Fair? The Toy Fair that him and Jay was on. It was all through that, up through those rafters. But that store went through changes too. I remember when I first started there, We never really used the basement. I think the basement was really used for the website, though, right? Didn't we have a lot of inventory for the website in the basement?
Possibly. I mean, all I remember of the basement being just a horrendous fucking pain in the balls.
That big brain in the back. That's all I remember was that brain.
But you know, there was. Do you remember that one T-shirt? I mean, it really because it really spawned your name. Remember, it was called Sunday,
Yeah. Gone.
And it was a Dogma T-shirt, tie-in T-shirt, and I remember.
That was your catchphrase. Sunday, yeah, I'll take care of it.
Yeah, I used to call you Sunday, and then because you worked on Sundays, and that became Sunday Jeff, and that just stuck. Now you have legally changed your name toDay Jeff, correct? Or is that? Or
yes,
just
it is. Let me show you my driver's license. That's my porno name.
What a great nickname, though. Sunday Jeff. That's a great one. I always wish I had a cool nickname like that.
Those shirts. No, we don't sell any of those shirts anymore. None of those shirts. Flanagan's dog. That was another one.
That one never sold that well.
Well, the back of the shirt wasn't really too appeasing.
Yeah, that one was tough to wear in public with the dog's erection on the back.
Yeah, we used to sell a lot of those shirts. Ugh.
You getting tired yet? You want to quit? You want to go home? You got any more in you?
This isn't even half my fucking run. Are you kidding? Day's just
sure?
fucking day's
You need a nap?
done.
There's too many stops
I'm
in
not
one
the
day?
one that needs a nap.
After you.
Don't fucking complain. Need a nap. Ay, ay, ay.
Do you remember where Warner Brothers was?
Yep. Now KB, they actually had 2 locations. I don't know if I remember where the KBs are because it's like
I remember. Downstairs.
There was one downstairs, there was one upstairs, and they were like totally opposite sides of the mall too.
Can you imagine a time when there was 2 KBs in one mall?
But why?
Yeah.
Just think about it. It's like rent's like $10,000 a month at one store. Why don't we just have 2 of them? Even though they can walk to the other side of the mall.
It truly does boggle the mind that you would need 2 KBs.
Yeah, I don't think they might be the only one that might be guilty of that, actually having 2 of the same stores in the same mall. I don't know any other retailer that's done that. You know, other than maybe a coffee shop or something. You know, like a Starbucks.
Oh, there we go. All right.
This is it.
Monmouth. Oh, no, this is.
Oh, see? Who needs a nap already? Van Winkle over here.
Lead the way. Can you remember it?
Where's the toys, boy? Where's the toys? Go find the toys, boy. Now, KB was down there. Yeah, so the Warner Brothers store was down here. It was actually in the middle, almost dead center in the middle. Don't forget, there used to be a store called Zap here as well.
Oh, yeah, the comic book store.
Yep. That's all coming back to me. Doesn't matter, nobody's here, but... Now, how does a store like this make bonsai trees? How do you have a store just selling bonsai trees? How does this fucking guy make his rent? That bonsai tree must be like $10,000. There's no way. How do you make a store of just fucking bonsai trees?
What is a bonsai?
It's fucking Miyagi-san. That shit, it's like a Japanese tree. I don't even remember from Karate Kid. He kept on trimming the fucking thing. But I'm saying still, how do you have it's like a landscape business in the mall.
It's like a beanbag store. How does that survive?
Well, those still, we got one of those around here too. What the hell's the name of it? That fucking Yogi Boo. The Disney store was down here someplace.
Yeah, that's right where the Victoria's Secret is.
Yeah, exactly, because I remember this. I think they have the same floor. Oy.
So we are now at the spot of where Warner Brothers used to
Yeah, brings a tear to my eye.
be. Now, do you shop at H&M? Do you get anything at H&M?
If I'm looking for a pocketbook, maybe.
I think there's boys' clothes in here.
It doesn't look like it. Do you see any boys' clothes in here or men's clothes?
It's supposed to be hers and men, I think.
Well, so I don't even know that much. So if you know that much, then you know a lot more than me.
Or hers and mine. But whatever they do selling here, obviously it's not as cool as
No.
what used to be in there.
Well, obviously, I don't even know what the hell the name of the damn place is, so.
What did you go the last day of Warner Brothers store before it closes?
No, I was there before they closed. I wasn't there last day, but I mean, it's like I always went there for the clearance. And I was hoping that a lot of the artwork might be like at Reed's. They're not that dumb. It's just like it's 50% off, and then they go there and be like select items. It says 50% off. It's like you would have to wait until like the last minute to go there, and by the time you got there, there was really like there would be bookends. One of the bookends would be broken. You know, it's just like, you know, and I actually still own quite a bit. I never sold any of my Warner Brothers stuff other than those vinyl figures that I sold at the store. Mm-hmm. All my artwork I still own to this day. You know, the bookends, a lot of the statues I still have. So, I mean, those I'll never let go. It was a different time.
I know that the Space Jam 2 came out, but other than that, you really don't see a lot of Bugs Bunny and his universe merchandise out there since the Warner Brothers store closed, right?
No.
I don't know if there's a call for it. Maybe it just was time for that place to close.
Well, it didn't just sell just like all Bugs Bunny merchandise. They sold all kinds of stuff. You know, just like the mall wasn't just meant for me. You know, it's like they sell all kinds of different stuff. I think it got out of control when they were starting to sell like $500 watches. And then, you know, $250 Tasmanian Devil lapel pins that you would put on. It's just like stuff like that, you know, or a $300 tea set, you know, for fucking golfers. It got to the point where you got to stay in the right lane. It got to the point where it's just like that's a little out of control now. I mean, I get it.
Do you remember Warner Archives?
Oh yeah. Do I remember? I got a whole shelf full of Warner Archives.
Oh, so do I. Explain Warner Archives to Chuck.
Warner Archives was basically an on-demand, I think it might have been one of the very first on-demand services that would actually, of stuff that wasn't really, that they didn't feel that they should have went to press on, to where they would make, you know, tens of thousands of copies for a little amount of people that might actually have interest in it. You know, like a lot of the Hanna-Barbera stuff, which was, you know, that I don't think was ever released. Like, I don't remember a lot of that stuff ever being released on VHS or anything.
I remember they were like, what were they, like $40 for a set, and you'd get all the Goober and the Ghost Chasers, all the Shazam episodes. There was just really cool shit that not a lot of people were really interested in, and they offered it up there. Who's got the right away? I mean, you're just fucking ass. So we are at the former site of Adventure Planet. You know, this is where a sweet old man and his son sold comics.
Still in there.
Yeah, it sucks. I mean, it became I guess you could say it was, you know, a place that was served the community better, one of these EMO type places, but I argue, I think the comic books store was a better fit for the community than any doctor.
A doctor of toys?
Yeah, but this is it, man. Again, it's
I got a fever.
Yeah.
And the fever's for more toys.
Yeah, this is sad, man. I mean, even the Pain and Injury Center went out of business too.
Now you just got the suffering.
All right. Next stop. The train don't stop today.
There's nothing to stop to. Nobody's getting on board. Next stop, Willoughby.